Canada is making significant changes to its immigration policies, reducing the number of study permits issued to international students and tightening work permit eligibility for temporary workers. Will you be impacted? Here is what you need to know. By 2025, the number of study permits granted will fall to 437,000 compared to over 509,000 last year. This comes as Prime Minister Trudeau's government tries to address concerns about housing shortages and rising living costs, which are partly blamed on the influx of migrants. Canada revealed plans on September 18 to substantially reduce international student permits for the coming year and implement stricter regulations for foreign workers. The move is a part of a broader strategy to manage the country's rapidly growing temporary resident population. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau posted on X, and I quote, "We are granting 35% fewer international student permits this year, and next year that number's going down by another 10%. Immigration is an advantage for our economy, but when bad actors abuse the system and take advantage of students, we crack down." End quote. Work permit eligibility for spouses of some students and foreign workers will also be limited, with additional reviews planned to prevent visa fraud and reduce non-genuine visitors. The changes would also limit work permit eligibility for spouses of some students and temporary foreign workers. The government has already pledged to reduce the number of temporary residents to 5% of the total population. It was 6.8% in April. Canada PM Trudeau posted on X, and I quote, "We are reducing the number of low-wage, temporary foreign workers and shortening the duration of their work terms. We adjusted the program after the pandemic, but the labor markets changed. We need businesses to invest in Canadian workers." End quote. According to reports, migrants have often been blamed for issues like the lack of affordable housing and the rising cost of living, despite inflation cooling to the Bank of Canada's target of 2% in August. However, immigrant advocates and economists say it's an oversimplification to link migrants to economic challenges, arguing that vulnerable newcomers aren't responsible for these complex problems. Public opinion polls show growing concern over the number of immigrants entering the country, with anti-migrant sentiment on the rise. In response, the government is pulling back, placing a 2-year cap on international students and rolling back recent expansions to the temporary foreign worker program. According to reports, master's and doctoral students will now be required to obtain a provincial attestation letter (PAL), a requirement previously limited to college and undergraduate students. The Immigration Department has stated it will reserve approximately 12% of allocation spaces for these advanced degree students. There will also be changes to the post-graduation work permit program, including new language proficiency requirements. University graduates will need to demonstrate a Canadian language benchmark CLB score of 7, while college graduates must achieve a CLB of 5 for applications submitted after November 1st. According to the report, Immigration Minister Miller anticipates these changes to lead to a reduction of 175,000 PGWPs issued over the next 3 years. The government is also limiting work permit eligibility for spouses of international students. Starting later this year, only spouses of master's degree students in programs lasting at least 16 months will be eligible. According to a CIC news report, this is expected to result in 50,000 fewer spousal work permits over the next 3 years.